Have you ever woken up in the morning, sitting on the edge of your bed, trying to find the strength to get up, your legs feeling weaker than they did a month ago, and your arms requiring much more effort to lift? You move more slowly, not because of pain, but simply because your body is no longer as strong as it once was. If this sounds familiar to you, know that you are not alone. After the age of 60, it is quite natural to feel a gradual decline in muscle strength. Many do not even realize that this phenomenon, known as sarcopenia, is not just a consequence of aging. It all depends on whether we take care of our bodies. What may surprise you is that muscles do not strengthen solely through daily activity. The most important work of the body occurs during sleep. During this time, the body repairs, restores, and renews muscle tissue. But this is only possible when it has the right building materials, which we obtain from food. However, it must be specific food, a nutritious and light nighttime snack that works quietly while you rest. In this video, I will talk about 4 natural products that help combat muscle mass loss, restore strength, and wake up each morning feeling confident in your body. The last product, just 1 spoonful before bed, may surprise you with its impact on your muscles. Stay with us to learn more. If you are interested in simple methods to remain strong even while sleeping, please like, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments where you are watching us from. We are curious to find out how far our video reaches. Now, let's start with something light. Green, fuzzy on the outside, and sweet and tangy on the inside. This is the humble kiwi. You might think of it as a refreshing summer snack or an ingredient in a fruit salad. But few know that this small fruit is a quiet hero of recovery, especially when eaten before bed. Let me share a story. Georgie, 74 years old, a widower and former teacher, shared an interesting story with me over a cup of tea. He confessed that he could no longer sleep through the night without waking up, and upon waking, he felt stiff, as if his body had been tense all night. Although he was no longer young, he felt tired and drained. His arms were no longer as strong as they used to be. He thought it was just normal aging, but I suggested one simple change: to eat 2 kiwis an hour before bedtime, every night for 2 weeks. The result was incredible. Georgie began to fall asleep faster, something he had not been able to do for years, and in the mornings, he woke up refreshed and agile. "I no longer creak like an old chair," he laughed. His movements became more confident than before. So what is the secret of the kiwi? First of all, the kiwi is one of the few fruits that contains melatonin, a hormone that signals the brain when it is time to sleep. Many take melatonin in pill form, while kiwi offers a gentle natural alternative that is easily absorbed. Research has shown that consuming kiwi before sleep improves both the quality and duration of sleep, especially in older adults. But that is not all. During deep sleep, the body actively engages in the recovery of muscle tissue. While you are dreaming, your body works on regenerating tissue, maintaining hormonal balance, and restoring strength. However, this is only possible when deep sleep is achieved. This is where kiwi comes to the rescue. In addition to melatonin, this fruit contains a multitude of antioxidants, such as vitamin C and vitamin E. Why is this important? As we age, muscles become more vulnerable to inflammatory processes and oxidative stress, leading to stiffness, pain, and overall slowing down. Antioxidants cleanse cells of damage, allowing them to recover and combat harm. Kiwi is also rich in potassium, which supports normal muscle function and prevents nighttime cramps in the legs. If you have ever woken up from a cramp in your calf in the middle of the night, you know how important this is. A pleasant feature for older adults is that kiwi is easily digestible and does not cause spikes in blood sugar levels. Despite its sweetness, the fruit has a low glycemic index, making it safe for those who monitor diabetes or insulin levels. Additionally, kiwi has a naturally low sodium content, which is ideal for people with high blood pressure. How is it best to eat kiwi? Peel and eat 2 ripe kiwis about 1 hour before bedtime. Do this slowly, perhaps while listening to calming music or with a book in hand. This small ritual signals to the body that it is time for rest and recovery. Of course, listen to your body. For some people, kiwi may cause slight stomach discomfort, especially if they have heightened sensitivity to fruit acids or digestive issues. But for most, kiwi is a gentle, soothing, or easily digestible fruit, even pleasant for the stomach. We have just learned about the quiet power of kiwi, a gentle way to improve sleep and support recovery. Now let's move on to a more familiar product that we have all used at some point, perhaps as an addition to morning toast or in a favorite family recipe. Let's talk about eggs. You may be surprised. Eggs before sleep? Yes, it is unexpected. We tend to think of eggs as exclusively a morning food, but here's a surprise. 1 egg before bed can provide your body with something truly important, especially if you are over 60 and want to maintain strength, balance, and muscle tone. It is not just that eggs are rich in protein, although they certainly are. They contain what is known as complete protein, which includes all 9 essential amino acids necessary for muscle growth and recovery. Particularly important is the amino acid leucine, which triggers the process of muscle protein synthesis. Simply put, by eating an egg, you send a clear signal to your body that it is time to recover. This is especially important for older adults. As the years go by, the body becomes less sensitive to small amounts of protein. A 25-year-old person only needs a small piece of chicken to stimulate muscle growth, but after the age of 60, high-quality protein with a good amount of leucine is necessary to achieve a similar effect. Eggs truly play a significant role in maintaining health. 1 large egg contains approximately 6 grams of protein and between 500 and 600 milligrams of leucine, which is quite sufficient to aid muscle recovery during sleep. If your evening meal was light or lacked protein, a soft-boiled egg eaten about an hour before bedtime could be the missing element that strengthens your body. But that is not all. Eggs are rich in vitamin D, a deficiency of which is often observed in older adults, especially if they rarely go out in the sun. Vitamin D is important not only for bones, but also for muscles and coordination. Additionally, eggs contain choline, which supports brain and nervous system function. All of this makes eggs a food that helps the body move confidently and easily. You may wonder, what about cholesterol? That is a reasonable question, as eggs did not have the best reputation in the past. However, modern studies show that for most people, moderate consumption of eggs, 1 egg per day, does not increase the risk of cardiovascular disease. Moreover, eggs may even improve the lipid profile by raising levels of beneficial high-density lipoprotein cholesterol. Unless your doctor has given specific instructions to avoid them, eggs can be a safe and valuable part of your diet. It is also important how you prepare eggs. Soft-boiled, poached, or lightly fried in olive oil, eggs are easily digestible and retain maximum nutrients. Avoid cooking them in butter or with excessive salt, as this can irritate the stomach and raise blood pressure. And if you find it difficult to eat soft eggs, they are one of the simplest and most enjoyable sources of protein that require little effort. Let me tell you a story. A woman named Lena, 68 years old and always cheerful, brought fruits for everyone to gatherings. However, over the years, she felt weakness in the mornings. "I get up, and my legs shake like noodles," she joked. She did not eat late at night and avoided snacks, thinking it would improve her sleep. Adding 1 poached egg to her evening routine turned her incomplete dinner into just a warm, small snack before bed. After 2 weeks, she admitted, "I did not think it would change anything, but I am no longer unsteady. I feel confident. This is how the right protein before sleep can change how you feel. It is not about a heavy meal, but about giving the muscles a little necessary fuel for recovery. The body will do everything itself. It just needs the right tools. Now, let us move on to an unexpected discovery. Small, they easily fit in the palm of your hand and are often forgotten in a jar in the cupboard, but do not be deceived by their size. These small seeds are among the most underrated products for muscle recovery at night. We are talking about pumpkin seeds. Yes, those little green seeds that are often added to salads or muesli. But when it comes to muscles, sleep, and nighttime recovery, they are much more beneficial than they seem. Meet Nikolai. He is 72 years old. He is a former gardener with strong hands who still remembers how to work with the soil. He had a typical complaint. Every morning, I wake up feeling tension in my legs. I try to stretch and warm up, but it does not bring relief. After examining my evening habits, including dinner and sleep routine, I discovered that I was lacking magnesium. This element is essential for muscle relaxation, and without it, they can remain tense even at night, which is why many people wake up with body aches even after 8 hours of sleep. Do you know which product is particularly rich in magnesium? Pumpkin seeds. Just one handful, approximately 28 grams, contains 37% of the daily magnesium requirement. If you eat them at night, you will provide your body with everything it needs for relaxation, not only of the mind, but also of the body. But magnesium is not the only advantage of these seeds. They also contain tryptophan, an amino acid that the body converts into serotonin and then into melatonin, the sleep hormone. Although tryptophan itself does not induce sleepiness, in combination with magnesium, it promotes deeper and more restful sleep. And deep sleep contributes to the production of growth hormone, more effective cell and muscle recovery during rest. Furthermore, pumpkin seeds are a good source of plant protein, about 7 grams per serving, and they also contain healthy fats that slow down the digestion process. This means that the body receives amino acids gradually throughout the night. Such a smooth and steady recovery process is especially important for aging muscles. How should you consume them before bed? It is simple. 1 or 2 tablespoons. You can eat them on their own or add them to a spoonful of natural yogurt to increase the protein content. Some prefer to lightly roast the seeds in a pan to enhance the nutty aroma, but this is not necessary. The main thing is not to add salt. Salt is harmful to blood pressure in the evening, especially if it is already elevated. The seeds are also rich in zinc, which aids in cell recovery, supports the immune system, and maintains hormonal balance. This is especially important for men over 60 years old to maintain testosterone levels, a hormone directly related to muscle mass. And here is what is surprising. Pumpkin seeds contain antioxidants that combat inflammation, one of the common causes of pain and fatigue in muscles among older adults. Some studies suggest that regular consumption of pumpkin seeds may even alleviate arthritis symptoms, reducing morning stiffness. The seeds also contain iron, an important mineral for circulation, without which oxygen is transported less effectively to the muscles, slowing down their recovery. Do not forget to include seeds. While they may be small, they aid digestion, especially when combined with yogurt or kefir. Some people add a pinch of cinnamon, which not only enhances the flavor, but also helps control blood sugar levels. As a result, you get not just a snack, but a complete nighttime nourishment for a mature body. This is not a medication, but food that works while you sleep. And all of this is found in one tiny seed. Nature does not waste space. Just remember that seeds are a calorie-dense product. This is not a bad thing, but you should not eat them by the handful, especially at night. Consider them not as a snack, but as support for your muscles and sleep. Now we come to the last product that can be called a quiet hero of nighttime recovery. It does not have the sweet taste of fruits and does not crunch like seeds. It does not stand out with brightness or flashiness. But if there is a product that truly aids muscle recovery during sleep, this is it. So do not turn up your nose right away. Behind this simple, lumpy texture lies one of the most effective sources of protein, especially beneficial before sleep, and particularly after the age of 60. The secret is in the unique protein casein. It is absorbed slowly and gradually, allowing amino acids to enter the bloodstream not in an hour, but throughout the entire night, nourishing the muscles. Why is this important? During sleep, the body enters recovery mode. However, if there are not enough amino acids in the blood, it will start breaking down muscles to obtain the necessary building blocks, and that is the last thing we want as we age. Now imagine that you have eaten a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese, and all night your body is receiving amino acids. This does not raise blood sugar levels and does not burden the stomach. It simply works quietly, aiding recovery, growth, and strengthening of muscles. Let us give an example. A woman named Martha, who is 76 years old, is smart and lively, but she noticed that her legs had become weaker. Climbing stairs had become more difficult, and getting out of the car was harder. She was told that these were normal age-related changes, but that answer did not satisfy her. She made one small change to her diet. She added a small bowl of low-fat cottage cheese, just a couple of spoonfuls, 30 minutes before bedtime. After 3 weeks, she noted that her body seemed to have received a signal. "I wake up with energy. I feel stable again," she said. This happens when the body receives what it needs. Cottage cheese contains a lot of leucine, an amino acid that triggers muscle growth, just like eggs. But cottage cheese does this gradually throughout the night. Imagine that eggs give you a sharp boost. Cottage cheese is a slow and steady support that accompanies you all night. If you are monitoring your blood sugar levels, there is good news. Cottage cheese contains almost no carbohydrates, especially in its low-fat form. It does not cause insulin spikes and does not interfere with nighttime recovery. Moreover, the protein in cottage cheese can even stabilize blood sugar levels throughout the night, which is especially beneficial for people with diabetes or prediabetes. Few people know that cottage cheese also contains phosphorus, a mineral that, along with calcium, strengthens bones. After the age of 60, this becomes particularly important, as bones become more fragile, and every gram of support matters. Additionally, vitamin B12 in cottage cheese is key to a healthy nervous system and energy in the mornings. If you are concerned about salt intake, choose a low-sodium option, which is easy to find. And if you care about heart health, cottage cheese with 1% fat content is suitable, with less saturated fat and more benefits. As for taste, some prefer cottage cheese plain, while others add a bit of banana, cinnamon, or slices of kiwi. You can even lightly sprinkle it with ground nuts for a true evening support for the entire body. The main thing is that it should be easy and simple. This is not dinner. It is a signal to your body. Here is what you need. Recover while I sleep. 1 spoonful can make a big difference. And the wonderful thing about this is that there is no hassle or fuss. There is no need to stand over a stove or use a blender. Just open the package, take a spoon, and nourish your body calmly, gently, and effectively. Older adults often believe that they need to resort to complicated workouts, strict diets, and expensive supplements. However, the truth is that strength after 60 comes through the regularity of small habits and understanding the needs of your body. In the evening, cottage cheese is like a hug for your muscles. Now that we have gone through this evening ritual together, let us take a deep breath and reflect. There is no need to radically change your life. There is no need to count every calorie or strive for perfection. Your body, especially after 60, needs sustainable and thoughtful solutions taken with care. Such a solution tonight could be peeled kiwi, a boiled egg, a spoonful of cottage cheese, or a couple of pumpkin seeds before bed. This is more than just a snack. It is an act of kindness towards your future. They nourish muscles, calm the nervous system, improve sleep, and help you wake up with renewed strength. With each evening ritual, you remind your body, you are important, you are strong, you are capable of recovery. The truth is that muscle loss is not inevitable. It can be stopped and even reversed. It all starts with giving your body what it needs. Not loudly, not heavily, but simply with love. Tonight you can fall asleep knowing that your body is recovering while you sleep. If this video has inspired you or given you some new ideas, I would love to hear your thoughts. What nighttime dish do you want to try first? Write in the comments. I read all the feedback. Your story can inspire others in our community. The secret to health after 50. If you have not done so yet, please like and subscribe. Here, we create a special place where aging means wisdom, strength, and connection with others. Until we meet again, good night. Take care of yourselves and wake up stronger. You deserve it.